Hi guys, this is Haunted Skull back again with another video, and today I am going to be basically doing a reactions video on the Home Depot Halloween 2023 lineup. And now this Home Depot isn't really a company I do videos on every year, but the lineup is literally so mind-blowing this year that I have to do my thoughts on it. All of the animatronics are pretty much incredible, and yeah, it's blowing everything out of the water for me. So yeah, without any further ado, I'm going to go from smallest props to biggest, and let's get on with it. Starting off with the first prop, we have Possessed Penny. Basically she is this little girl, or kind of like a doll, that's holding a teddy, and she literally just rips off the head of it, and the eyes, as you can see shortly, the eyes actually change and she turns all demonic all of a sudden. I think this is a really cool concept because I don't think I've seen anything like this before. She looks really creepy, her phrases are really cool as well, and I've got to admit, I do love that eye animation, to be honest. They can just like roll into the evil eyes. It just looks awesome. But yeah, that's Possessed Penny.
I don't want to share my toys. If I can't have Teddy to myself...
No one can.
The next one is the Sitter of Souls, and I think this one is really cool because it's kind of just there for eerie effect. It's not meant to be something that's terrifying. She is about 5.5 feet, as it says there, and she just has a really cool appearance about her. She's kind of like babysitting this rag doll, as you can see, and she's got this burlap sack over her head, which kind of makes it look like a scarecrow almost. But yeah, it's not really too much I have to say about this prop. The movement's pretty good, and the phrase is pretty cool as well. But yeah, quite a good prop.
Ring around the rosy, a pocket full of posies. Ashes, ashes, you will fall down.
The next one is this animated clown called Sinister Steve. This one I'd probably say is probably one of my least favourites of the lineup, just because it's once again another clown, and it really doesn't fit the theming of everything else that you'll see in this video. But nonetheless, there's some cool things about him. Face looks nice. It looks a million times better than the excuse of the clown that Costco came out with this year. The animation's pretty good. He turns his head, moves his mouth, eyes light up, and the arms move. Looks really good from that aspect. The phrases are quite cool as well, considering his size. He isn't like this really demonic sounding clown. He's kind of just sounding like a crazy little guy there. But yeah, he's pretty cool. Yeah, again, not a prop for me. Love or hate clowns. With there being popularity for scary clowns out there, you can always bet that there'll be one in pretty much every store's lineup.
Let's test out my new stud finder! Looks like I'm a stud!
The next ones are these animated pumpkin twins, and these ones are actually quite cute actually. They kind of represent good and evil. Like one's dressed up as a devil and one's dressed up as an angel. They're quite nice little outfits, and I really do like the looks on the faces of them, to be honest. Like even the angel one has like a glowing halo, which is quite cool. I like how the mouths move, split as well, and the voices are kind of cool as well. They do look to be quite small props, but they are supposed to be trick-or-treaters, so fair enough there. But yeah, I think these are great little props here, and they go great in any yard display, I think.
How about a little trick?
Or a treat.
On to the first actual life-size prop. This is the 6-foot animated Spellcasting Witch. She kind of just represents this generic witch. Pretty much, there isn't really too much that's special about this, I wouldn't think. And there's a much more impressive witch that I'm going to be showing in a minute. But yeah, this one kind of just has the green skin, pointy witch hat and book of spells, and she has a couple of phrases as well, along with some movement. But yeah, she isn't my favourite of all these, but she's a nice looking prop nonetheless.
What pretty eyes you have, my dear. Let me take them from you, just for a brew minute.
The next is a 6.5-foot animated Gravedigger, and as you know me, I do own the original Home Depot Gravedigger, and I think that was an almost perfect prop. And I'm so glad that I've actually tried to remake this, because it's such a good concept, and the Gravedigger goes perfect in any haunt in my opinion. I think the face I've actually quite mastered on this version. It does look similar to the actual prototype of the 2021 model that was meant to come out. And yeah, this one's meant to be like pushing his shovel forward to make it look like he's digging. He's got a darker suit as well, and an owl on his shoulder with glowing eyes. I think that makes it look really eerie, and I think the phrases are just as cool, and the best part is it actually does use his original, the original voice actor does sound like he is voicing this prop. Yeah, I love Gravedigger props, and this one is no different.
Some folks get superstitious about digging up the dead. Well, I can't blame them. The things I've seen would make your skin crawl.
Here is the 8-foot animated Boogeyman, and this I think is one of the most terrifying props that Home Depot has ever sold. Just look at that face, for example. It looks like the mouth is kind of like almost mummified, like it's kind of like trapped and it's still trying to move. That's really stuff of nightmares. And the eyes and the hands got some really nice lighting effects on there, I think. Movement's really good as well. He kind of just moves his body side to side, and his arms too. He's kind of got like blood splattered over his shirt, it looks like, and his appearance just looks absolutely amazing. Like, he's got long hair, the face is really creepy, and the suit as well. I think this is everything I'd imagine a Boogeyman to actually look like, to be honest. With him being 8 foot, this is one thing that would truly dominate an area, and like you'd have to have like a huge space for this guy, and just place him in a dark corner, and I bet it'd look amazing.
I am inside your head. There is no escape.
Now on to yet another amazing prop. Yeah, I'm probably going to say this a lot throughout this video. This is the animated Swamp Fisherman, and what can I say first? This is an excellently executed prop. It's kind of like this old zombie-like fisherman that's sitting in a rocking chair that kind of rocks forwards and backwards violently. And you can see he's got his fishing rod, and he's actually like caught this skeleton piranha, which actually, I think the mouth moves on that and the eyes light up. And the fisherman himself has got really nice detail. The face looks amazing on it, and I love the red eyes and the moving mouth. The suit itself as well kind of really suits the type of character that this guy is. He does look to be life-size once again, so I'd assume that the box is going to be absolutely huge on this guy, because it'll include the chair and everything. And yeah, that's pretty much everything I have to say. But this one really would be one I'd go for if this was in the UK.
Hey, get away from my catch. This is mine, you varmint.
As I was speaking about in the other witch earlier, there was a better witch. This is the one. This is the animated Lethal Lily Witch, and I'm just honestly lost for words for how advanced this thing is. Like literally every motion in it is animated with servo motors. Look at all the realistic movements in the face and the head. Like it's got moving eyelids. I love how the eyelids are actually like how it's actually like part of the mask that moves. It makes it look so much more realistic. It kind of looks like these more advanced robot animatronics that you see at Disney World and also Universal Studios as well. Honestly, having this much animation packed into something that's actually sold in a store, that's just insane. And even just look at the way the mouth quivers as well, the way she talks. It's just unreal. She's just amazing. The phrases are really good as well. And yeah, I'd say this is probably the best witch prop I've ever seen in my life. But yeah, I think she is at the more expensive end, I've heard as well. But I think I would honestly go out for this. She does hold a little pot with a frog in, which adds to her detail once again. Some nice lighting in there, as you can see, of green, and the eyes light up too. Her staff, it also lights up green, so it will make her stand out a lot more. Just look at that motion in the eyes though, like I can't get over that. This is easily the most realistic store-sold animatronic I've ever seen.
Oh, you want to leave? It's well known that those who enter my lair never leave.
Now, if the last prop didn't set the scale for how amazing everything else will be in the video, here's something else that's really cool. This is the animated predator of the night. It basically represents this humanoid bat, I think, and it is a whopping 12.5 foot wide, which is insane, and it just looks really creepy. Once again, it uses the servo motors, and this thing looks really cool. Like, look at the face, it's got the bat ears, and also looks really skeletal in ways. Some nice lighting on there. Love the head movement, and as you see with the wings, they've got some really nice detailing on once again. I think the arms are posable on this guy. It's mainly just the head that moves, but you can see the arms posed out here. It really does look incredible. Once again, I think this will make a great centerpiece in any haunt with the lighting and its size, and its sound effects will really set the atmosphere. One that has really grabbed my attention this year is the 13-foot Jack Skellington. As you know, Nightmare Before Christmas, the branding has been increasingly getting bigger every year with more merchandise coming out, and with especially Jack Skellington here, we've finally hit the pinnacle of having a large, actually well-proportioned Jack Skellington, and this one uses servo motion technology with the head once again, and I think this is by far the most accurate life-size Jack Skellington to date. It's got so much detail on the face. As you know, he isn't like meant to be like truly terrifying. It's got all the details that you see in the film, I'd say. The suit itself is very accurate, and yeah, he actually does have lighting hidden behind his bow tie, which illuminates his face up. And the cool thing about this is he does have an extra faceplate, which actually makes him have the angry face to make him more scarier. And he does sing Jack's Lament, I think in 3 different portions. I think this one's going to be very popular with all you Disney fans out there. This will go great in any display that's like that. And yeah, I'm so glad we got another good looking Jack Skellington life-size prop.
I, Jack, the Pumpkin King.
This next one right here is honestly probably my favourite of the entire Home Depot lineup for this year, because if you've been watching my other channel for a long time, you'll know I am a huge fan of Star Wars, and we finally got a life-size, realistic-looking animatronic of Yoda, and it's actually got all of that servo motion that the Witch has earlier on in the video. I know this wouldn't be something that I would really use in my haunt, it wouldn't fit any of my themes. This will be something I keep up for all year-round purposes, to be honest. He does actually have a witch hat for Halloween and a Christmas hat for Christmas, of course. And he's got all of that motion with the ears, the eyelids, the eyes, the mouth, servo head, and even the arms with the lightsaber. I can truly really geek out for this one, and I just can't get over how realistic it is, and I really want to have this just sitting on a table or something, kind of just to have on as a novelty item. The voice on him sounds really good. I like the little sign that it comes with as well. The lighting on the lightsaber looks great, and his suit and the detail in the face really couldn't really get better, to be honest. I know his face doesn't look spot on accurate to Yoda, but kind of has a weird feeling about it, but you can definitely tell it is him, and it definitely has that feeling like it's come straight out of a Disney attraction.
Always in motion, these holidays are.
Heading on to this futuristic theme prop, this one is called THD 3000, and this guy looks, once again, really cool, and he kind of gives me Terminator vibes, to be honest. It's kind of like this robot that's underneath, and it's kind of like this human that's been transformed into one. Once again, he's got realistic servo motion in the eyelid, as you can see on the face there. He's also got this red light up eye, which is supposed to be a laser or something like that. He's got that really nice smooth moving head. I think the arm also moves on him, that's supposed to be like a dagger or something, and it lights up. But there's so much detail on this prop. As you can see underneath, he's got the tubes that are coming out the neck, and underneath the rib cage you can see the like bits of skin that's still on him, and the kind of like exoskeleton that's underneath. Looks really creepy, and I think that this would just set a whole new level to any haunt in terms of theming, because you can finally get that chance to do like a futuristic robot theme, like the robots have taken over your haunts. and they're out to get any trespassers.
Your chances of escape are less than 1%. Goodbye.
And if that guy wasn't tall enough, you really couldn't get much bigger than this guy right here, the 12-foot towering ghost. This guy isn't really an animated prop. It's kind of just there for the effects, as you can see. He's kind of just covered in all this blue lighting, which makes it really atmospheric actually, and it kind of just like pulsates, as you can see. The look of the ghost itself looks really cool actually. It kind of gives me blow mold vibes, as it looks to be all plastic, and yeah, there's not really too much to say about this one. I think it would be great for the effect, and it'd really stand out in any horns. As some of you may know, last year we had the animated bartender prop, which is in the background of this video. This year they have actually made a maid. This one is called Marie the Meddling Maid. She's basically just a skeleton maid, as you can see. She's got this really nice suit on, which fits her character very well. She's got a hairnet on, even though she is a skeleton and there isn't any obvious hair. And she's got a feather duster in one hand and a bottle in the other, so you can kind of tell she's been working at a pub or something, I'd assume. And yeah, the skeleton itself is really nicely detailed, doesn't look cheap at all. As you can see, her eyes glow red and her jaw moves, and she also waves the bottle in her hand, which kind of just shows anger of working for too long, as she is now a skeleton. I think her voice is good. She's kind of got a bit of an accent, and it sounds like her phrases are kind of hysterical, to be honest.
That the more I dust, the more spider webs that appear, and there's always so much blood to clean.
This one is probably the only jump scare prop of the lineup, unless you count Possessed Penny as one, and this is the 7-foot swamp Scarecrow. And this one kind of gives me similar vibes to the sitting Scarecrow from Spirit, or I think there's another one that was very similar to this in the past. It kind of is the same deal. It kind of just lunges forward and kind of reaches out to grab you. The eyes glow green, and I think the detail on this one's quite nice, I must admit. It's a cool looking Scarecrow overall, and if you're looking for a good prop with a good jump scare, this is the one for you.
When I reach out for you!
This last prop I'm going to talk about, I'm not sure if I like it or I don't like it. This is the Marsh Monster. It's kind of like this humanoid crocodilian deer creature, it looks like. I think it's a good concept. It looked really good in a swamp theme, and from the body down it actually does look really good. But my main problem with it are the phrases and the head. The head, I think the eyes and the teeth look a bit too goofy. I think apart from that, with the antlers, I think that actually looks alright. And phrases, I don't think it should talk. I think it should growl or moan or something. Kind of like, if you put it this way, imagine if the Costco mummy actually talked instead of moaned, it'd really take away from its effect. Whereas I think if this did the same thing, whereas it growled, I think it'd make it much better, and I would actually really like this. Apart from that, it absolutely looks massive. It looks like, I think it's 7'5". The body moves, the arms move, and mouth moves, and the eyes light up. I think overall this is a good concept of a prop, but I think it could have been executed a lot better, personally. So yeah, there you go. That's everything for Home Depot's Halloween 2023 lineup of animatronics. I think overall they are probably the best store in the US for Halloween animatronics. Good competitor for Spirit, that's for sure. I'm absolutely blown away by everything, such as that witch with the servo motors in the face that makes it look so realistic. The Yoda, Jack Skellington, even the Fisherman. Those are all amazing animatronics, and would honestly love to get all of them. I think if I had to pick one, it would be Yoda, personally, but we'll have to see how things go for this season and how much it actually would be to ship one of these things to the UK. But yeah, that's everything I have to say. So tell me your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think of Home Depot's lineup? Which is your favourite prop? What would you like to see at Home Depot in the future, maybe? Tell me all that in the comments below, and if you give us a like and also subscribe to the channel, I'll really appreciate that. Much more Halloween content coming soon. So till the next video, this is your guide for all things spooky.